it's one of our tours, one of our stops. We've been to Tulsa already in February. We left Tulsa and we've been to Shelbyville, Tennessee last weekend. We're here, Jacksonville, Florida. We leave here and go to Arizona, and from Arizona, Fort Arkansas, and Arkansas, man, we got a list of rodeos in Houston, and man, I probably do about maybe 17 rodeos, black rodeos a year, of our own. So, pro rodeos, we up and down the rodeo. I was going to 130 rodeos a year, 130. You know what, man? I've been doing this since I was 2. So things is so right now it's so hot and so popular for the city folks now. I'm from Oklahoma, which is one of the cowboy countries, black cowboy. Oklahoma and Texas is where all the black cowboys you're gonna find. Most of us guys is professional and just kind of travel the circuits. Man, from everyone I was a kid, and if you look on, I got some different things like Shut Up and Ride, documentaries, check them out, this and that, and then it go back to history of it, man. You got to get back to the history of it from the day one, from back in the 50s when Murder's Dykeman was, could have been one of the first black that make the national finals rodeo in Vegas. It goes back fathers Charles Sampson, fathers back, it's so many older black cowboys that our culture don't even know about. I've been rodeoing all my life. It's just something I didn't get in. I jumped off into as I got into being an adult. I come from a family of rodeoers. My mom's side of the family rodeo. My dad's side of the family race drag bikes. So when I'm not rodeoing, I'm at the motorcycle racing. I got a bunch of race bikes. So just kind of coming up in the circuit of rodeoing. In Oklahoma, we have what they used to call it the Chitlin Circuit. They have all the black rodeos starting in May. Starting in May, we have the oldest rodeo in the world, which is Boley, Oklahoma. Boley, Oklahoma is a historical black town in Oklahoma. This year, I just did their rodeo for Memorial Weekend last weekend, I believe, and it was 124 years we've been doing that rodeo. So you can understand when 124 years, that's back in the day. Yeah, so I'm in charge of that rodeo now. We had probably 15,000 people at that event, and when I tell you it's huge, starting in the history of when I started in a roundup club. Roundup clubs in Oklahoma and Oklahoma City, it's when you get on, you have a horse and you have a big group of club members and all that stuff and you ride in parades. That's how I started, and then at 8 years old, man, I just kind of, started riding junior steers. And from then on, I never did know it was going to be my lifestyle, my career rodeoing. I didn't want $1.7 million, dollars, riding bulls in my career earnings of, competing. I've been on the Wheaties box. I'm the first black, champion been on the Wheaties box. I've been on several, still sponsored by Wrangler. They take care of me, been taking care of me for years. I was on the USA team. I've been to Brazil, Canada, I've been around the world, man. God's been really good to me, been blessing me. So when I did come home to the black rodeos and start being a part of them, it was just something that grasped and something that just kind of happened so natural to me that I've already knew. So I made the national finals. I'm a 2-time world champion bull rider in the International Pro Rodeo Association. I qualified for the national finals in Vegas 3 times in the bull riding. I've been to the PBR finals twice. Man, I do this. when I ain't rodeoing, I'm racing bikes. I got drag bikes. So that's what my dad done. My mom's side of the family rodeo. So when I'm not just, I'm at the motorcycle races. That's kind of like my getaway and go woosah. Because man, like I told you, I was going to 130 rodeos a year. And that's traveling, that's any means necessary getting to them. And that's just trying to qualify for the finals, for the NFR or for the International Finals Rodeo. So, it's just kind of one of them things, man. God's been really, really good. So I dealt with a lot of prejudice, a lot of racism coming up back in the day. I did. Sometimes I would ride the baddest bulls they had, and I might not win nothing. I might win the last hole, or, I've also seen, a lot of racism like in Arkansas, coming through Arkansas and Florida. I've seen things like, the Ku Klux Klan burning crosses in a churchyard in Beebe, Arkansas, coming through there from a rodeo, back in the 90s. I have horses. We bulldog at my house. We have steers. So I've always done a few events. I just ride bulls. So we steer wrestle. And Jesse, you probably get to talk to him later. He the one taught me and took me under his wing and showed me a lot about what I'm doing. As a kid, there was a guy named Arthur Stone that taught me how to ride bulls. He died in '95 of spinal meningitis. And that's why I say, if y'all ever watch that documentary on YouTube called Shut Up and Ride, y'all can understand where I'm coming from. But you know what? I see a lot of city guys wanting to learn how to ride bucket horses, want to learn how to ride bulls. But if you don't learn the right way, you'll get hurt and you'll go home a long time. Absolutely, absolutely. I've been hurt quite a bit. You know, I had never had no broke arms or broke legs. I broke all my ribs, punctured lung, cut liver, ruptured spleen. You know, I had staples and stitches all in my face and my head. I ain't never had my teeth knocked out. That's from the bull riding. But other than that, man, you know, shoot, it's my life. You gotta eat it, sleep it, walk it, talk it, dream it to be the best. And that's what I did. And that's why I'm a world champion. I got a few buckles that means a lot. My world champion buckle means a lot to me because I'm the second black world champion ever. You know, Charles Sampson is the first, and that Charles Sampson won it back in '81. And I came back after Charles, you know, back in the '90s. And I was, you know, prestigious titles like that means a lot. You know, when I qualified for the national finals rodeo in Vegas, you know, of course I'm competing with guys that I watched on TV when I was a kid. You know, so I was just that good, you know. So, you know, buckles like I'm wearing now, you know, like my NFR, one of my NFR buckles, these buckles means a lot to me.